1 will be granted shortly. Please stand by.
It's Friday. It's 8 o'clock. It's the Monte Zone. Hey. Oh, yeah, your mic doesn't like it if you're loud in. we're having a little technical issues with G's mic this evening. You may or may not notice. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. You there, G?
Let me know if it sounds okay.
Well, if crackly and sped up is okay, then it's double thumbs up from me. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes.
He's having some internet issues.
He's having some internet issues. Yes. So anyway, it's Monty Man and G-Star. We're back for another Monty Zone. Your August podcast is here, and this evening we're talking about UAPs and UFOs.
Yes, we are, and as always, don't forget to like this stream, and if you haven't subscribed, which of course you have, people, then don't forget to hit that notification bell. Evening to Mazza, evening to Smiler. Apparently, D-Bot is coming at us as well with Mazza. And
yeah.
Evening, or
evening.
Monty, is that not coming through good?
No, it's not. No.
Dear God.
Oh dear. We had this problem early on before this show started, and we sorted it out. It all went fine, and we thought all would be good and we'd be fine. But unfortunately, now we've started, it's come back again. So. G-Star's having a little internet trouble on his end for a change, but, you know, at least it's not on my end at the moment. We're firing on all thrusters at Monte Studio, so fingers crossed someone will stick an extra hamster on the wheel. And, yeah. And we'll power it up. So we've got some fun things to talk about this evening. We've got some new news in UFO world. We've got some interesting videos to share, and we've got fan favourites like real or fake. We've got quite a lot to cover this evening, G.
That we have, yes, indeed.
Hey, coming through normal. That's good.
Good. Yay. Well, yes. Hopefully everybody heard what I said earlier on about, you know, like in the stream and everything.
Masma Bob thought you were doing a cool alien robot kind of effect.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. We'll go with it being on purpose.
Yeah. And just keep our fingers crossed it stays good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome along, everybody. Thank you for joining. For those that have.
One thing I learned today, or this week, in reading UFO news, that I didn't realise, and this is old news actually from last year, that when Prince Philip died, it turned out, going through his records and that, he was a massive UFO fan, or had a massive UFO interest. And they found that Prince Philip's got a large library of books dating back to the 1940s on UFOs.
This I did know.
Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. So, yeah. There you go.
I'm still trying to do a ping test.
Oh, well,
That's half decent. And
it's funny because as soon as you do a ping test, it sorts your mic out for some reason. I don't know why that is, but yeah.
well,
he
as it
even
stands-
he even asked the head of the RAF to keep him posted and to look out for things for him.
Very cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Very interesting. So, I don't want to describe this as paranormal news, really. But I had an interesting story that I came across this week, which has nothing to do with UFOs or UAPs, but I just thought I would share because I thought it'd be, interesting to you as well, Monty, if you hadn't heard about it.
Right,
Shall I tell you the story?
go for it.
For the first time, scientists have cloned an endangered US species, a black-footed ferret named Elizabeth Ann, whose donor had been dead for more than 30 years. After the original ferret, Willa, died in 1988, scientists froze her body to preserve her genetic material, hoping to someday perform an experiment like this. While a domesticated ferret carried a cloned embryo, the new ferret, who is being raised at a Fish and Wildlife Service black-footed ferret breeding facility in Fort Collins, Colorado, is still very wild with all the instincts and aggression that suggests. This is a fresh success story for the black-footed ferret, which has become emblematic of how well conservation and repopulation efforts can work. First, scientists thought the ferret was extinct after frustrated ranchers poisoned almost all the animals in the wild. Then the population grew from a group of just a few, so there were about 1,000 wild black ferrets today, plus populations in wildlife preserves, zoos, and other supervised programs.
Oh, very cool. So they've created a new black ferret population from a clone.
Yeah. Or at least they've cloned a ferret that died 30 years ago.
Very cool.
So
I guess
to
that's
show you that they're out there doing it.
Yeah, I guess that's the kind of the same principle they want to use with woolly mammoths, isn't it? Where they find like frozen woolly mammoth meat in the Arctic tundra, and then they want to use that to fuse with the current elephant population to create a sort of woolly mammoth hybrid. Right.
It would be interesting. It's sort of scary, where it could go. Really, that's what gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I know. I saw Jurassic World Dominion the other day. And
well, only takes
pterodactyls
one,
flying the world, and prehistoric locusts eating all the crop. Good evening, Mickey. Yeah, it's good to see you, sir. I hope you're.
Yes, and is it your birthday? Mars is saying happy birthday.
Yes, I didn't realise I played Fortnite with him yesterday, and I didn't realise it was his birthday. So apologies,
Today
Mickey.
or yesterday?
Why? I'm not sure, but I think it might have been yesterday.
Well, if it's today, happy birthday. If it was yesterday,
if it was yesterday,
gone.
happy birthday, and I do apologise. I completely missed that one. I think he even at the beginning of the live stream told me his family had been round with presents, and I still, me being me, didn't put two and two together, and was just like, all right, that's nice. Let's go kill some things.
Monte, it was yesterday.
I know. Imagine how bad I feel. I feel awful.
Happy belated birthday, Mickey, and thank you ever so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you very much. And happy birthday for yesterday. If someone, I don't know how emojis work, can someone put some present or a cake emojis in chat? That would be fantastic. I'm sure Smiler Rainbow's on that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Interesting ferret story.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this episode is sort of penned UAP Declassified. Now, a few Monte zones ago, we did UFOs disclosure. This is kind of different because, I kind of came across this one article, and I've been monitoring Nick Pope and a lot of his chatter on social media, because Nick Pope, for those of you that don't know, used to work for the MOD in the UK in the 90s. Was a bit like a Fox Mulder, worked for the MOD in terms of investigating any sort of unexplained craft or sightings, etc. He's retired. I don't think he works for the MOD anymore, but he certainly goes around the world doing like seminars, and very, very big and prolific in the UFO community. Anyway, he was kind of talking about this thing that was coming out, so I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later. Just keep you hanging on the cliff for that one. But it's sort of something landed on my desk per se late last night that kind of just went to further embed what I've been hearing, little whispers of people. There's in the UFO community right now, there is a lot of chitter chatter about the fact that we are on the cusp of some big declassification. And this really isn't that hugely connected to, well, I guess it is, but it's not directly connected to like the Pentagon task force and all the things that we were talking about in UFO disclosure. I just think that it's because there's certain significant people coming forward and then aligning with being very open and honest. So it's kind of having a domino effect, I think, where it's then making a lot of people think, is this time to disclose, because it's being talked about by significant people anyway. So, but we'll go through that. That's kind of what the theme of this evening's live stream is and the show. But before that, I've got some sort of footage that I've not really watched. I was saying to Monte off air before we came on air, I kind of have heard some of the audio of it, and I'm kind of interested to watch this because in the audio, it's a guy that does his own channel, and he's reviewing this footage, but or it's his footage, I don't know, I can't be sure, but he gives a huge amount of detail when it comes to things like camera angle, exposure, rate, frame per minute, location, time, all of this kind of stuff, which is really always very, very useful. But yeah, let me
fingers crossed your internet
up.
connection allows you to stream it out.
Fingers crossed I'm able to find it to start off with.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Right, so this is just let me know, because this is like this guy's video, and maybe we can hear a little bit of the talking that he's doing at the beginning. I'll try and fast forward through like his intros and stuff. It should be in the studio now, Monte. It's quite recent, 2022, August 17th.
Hi, everybody. Okay, man, check this out. Don't go anywhere. You need to sit and watch this. I know it looks like a balloon. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw this. So this is the entire video. It's only 1 minute and 13 seconds long.
Let us know what you think in chat as well.
of those seconds, I was moving the camera
Let us
from
know
the
what you
patio
think in chat.
to the cement slab where I shot the video of this. But this is anything but a balloon. This footage that came off of this night vision binocular was so clear that I was able to take these and make high quality PNG images out of them. So this was shot at 30 frames per second. And what I did is I ran it through some software that takes each frame and makes a photo of it. Right now, I'm just leaving this in because this is where I was on my way to the cement pad. And there it is. It barely showed up there. I didn't know if I even saw it. And somewhere along the line, it happened right then that the camera turned off and I thought it was on. I ran it for about 15 or 20 minutes. And you can imagine my disappointment when I got the video inside and realized that is not even there. However, it could have been me. It could have been me. I could have turned it off and not filmed anything. But I did get this 47 seconds out of a 1 minute 13 video of footage. And what you're looking at right now are some screen grabs and little sequences that are going on in this video just by breaking these pictures down. So right now you're looking at it almost looks like about a 10-point star or something you see coming out of the ocean. But this looks very familiar, man. And in a short period of time, in that 47 seconds that I was shooting video of it, the appearance of this thing was constantly changing. What I'm really excited about is the fact that while we're watching this, you're going to see all of a sudden the appearance change where something starts glowing or there's a little ball of light. This was not a balloon at all. And you'll see just some of the shapes. Those white things that you see change as well. It can be a circle or it can be a triangle. It actually is a shapeshifter. And I totally see why people would think this is a balloon, but if you haven't dissected the video and looked at every frame, you're going to see some clear pictures showing that for whatever reason, however it's used, there is something happening on this thing that involves a globe of light and it getting brighter and brighter and even bigger in some cases. Matter of fact, the light showed up even when it looked like a iron ball with spikes on it. You'll see some of that here as well. But anyway, I'm just going to sit here and watch this thing with you and tell you how this all happened. I took my dog out just like anyone would, let the dog go to the bathroom, and it was 6:13 p.m. and we walked out on my patio, which is a covered patio, and immediately I see this just beautiful thunderhead, just fluffy, gigantic white clouds. And I think it's because of that I was able to see this thing, because it just stood out. And it's a burgundy color. It's kind of burgundy, white, and then metallic gray. But it just stood out. And like I say, I thought it was
Kevin.
probably a balloon at first too. But it didn't take long. Look at this. It's starting to change right there. Didn't take long before I realized
that's
it's
a
not
significant
a balloon.
change.
And, the fact that I like skywatching and I make videos from them, I always have my night vision camera on a tripod in the house, fully charged, with a big battery pack on it as well. Look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. But it does change. It just keeps changing. But anyway, I used that camera because I had tried real quick to use my cell phone camera while I was doing this, and I couldn't even locate it. So I was glad that I had this camera on it. And by the way, I filmed this thing 15, 20 minutes, and I only have 1 minute, 13 seconds. But those 1 minute and 13 seconds were the best, time during this thing being in the air, because that's when it was closest to me and I was able to get this video. But it's really amazing breaking down every frame of the video and seeing what's going on with this thing. Of course, I'm zooming way in. The night vision binocular, it creates 2560 by 1440 pixels.
So what are you thinking so far?
I don't know.
As I said to you, I've not really watched this. I saw the title, Shape-Shifting, interested me because there was an episode of G-Star Vault that I did a while back called UFOs, UAPs and UFOs. And in that, I was talking about some footage where it looked like the craft or the object was shape-shifting. So I kind of honed in on it for that. But I haven't sat through and watched this. This is the most that I've watched of it. What are you thinking so far?
It's difficult to say because you don't know how far away it is or how big it is. Like, it could be a tiny helium balloon floating through the air, because as a helium balloon sort of rotates in the wind, say if it's a star helium balloon, like something from a party or something, that snapped its mooring. Yeah. As it rotates to have the star side towards us, it would look like a star, and as it rotates to have the star end on end, it would look like a ball, and it would morph between a star and a ball. And if you had a light source coming down from the top, whether it be the moon or the sun or whatever, you'd always have like the sort of glowing ring things at the top. Do you know what I mean? And that frame of reference might make it then look like it's changing shape. But that being said, it's difficult to say because you don't know. It could be absolutely massive and further away, couldn't it? So Mickey speculated that the lights at the top at one point looked like windows. Could they be windows? It always seems to be sort of red at the bottom and light at the top.
Well, yeah, no, I mean there was shots earlier where it was like kind of like the white looked like it was just a strip in the middle.
It kind of goes to
and then there is that sort of dot thing that appears in the middle of it at times as well. I don't know, it's like I started off before I started playing this. I said, you know, I'd heard some of the audio and I could hear the information that he was giving out, and as the video's going on, I feel that now he's giving too much information.
Yeah. I think Smiler Rainbow thought it looked like a Yorkshire Terrier head, and Maz could see that as well. The one other thing, if you can you go back to the beginning and actually see it in real time?
I want to see
rather than the frame by frame.
Hi, everybody. Okay.
Just pause it and just mute him.
Because you can't see it. You can't see it in reference to anything else, can you? Like trees or anything.
Yeah, you can't do any scale.
No. And you know how when a helium balloon escapes from like a party, it kind of like rocks backwards and forwards in the wind. Like as it gains momentum one way, it then swings back the other, and it's doing that kind of like balloon thing that balloons do in the breeze.
It's weird though, because now having watched the stills, I am seeing the sort of. Oh no, I just think it's the light, the sun reflecting off of it that makes it appear like it's. Take that back. It's like if you think that the sun is shining on parts of it, and then the balloon is moving and it's shining on other.
Yeah, because it's a star, you see, so it's the sun's capturing the indents of the star. See, it's a shiny balloon, and it's capturing the indents of the star, and then every so often the star faces us. I don't know. It's difficult to say, isn't it? You can't. I mean, it is a UAP in that sense that it's.
I mean, again, I've got to concede that I haven't sort of then, because I wanted to keep as neutral to this as possible and see it fresh with everybody else, I didn't check out this guy's channel and see what his other content, if any, looks like. And he mentioned that he's a sky watcher, and he went on to say that he's always got his camera ready. And also there's this whole question, like one of the things when we were watching these stills the first time around, one of the things that I was thinking about is when people do this kind of processing and editing where they zoom in and they do stuff, there's natural elements of that change the pixels and some of the lighting, etc. in the picture. It's just a natural part of that processing. So that could accentuate it looking like a different shape. Don't mean to sound like a skeptic, but yeah, as we were getting towards the tail end of the footage there, I thought, right, he's now going into too much detail. I think he knows what he shot. I think he's just overplaying it.
Yeah, and also, as Kevin pointed out, those helium balloons do tend to be like silver on one side and a color on the other.
Yeah.
A lot like that. I will say I did try searching whilst it was playing for an 8-pointed star helium balloon to see if you could buy one, but I couldn't actually find with my quick search a helium balloon that shape. But that wasn't an exhaustive analysis. I just couldn't quite find one that quick. But yeah.
I mean, it definitely looks, the movement of it looks like a balloon in the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought, because I was going to play some footage, or that footage that I used in the episode UFO, UAPs and USOs, the one with the craft seemingly coming out of the water.
Yeah.
I think that's a great piece of footage. I still keep going back at that one and looking. I keep going back at it and looking at it again to see if I can see anything different, or but it's really interesting, and that definitely for me felt like it was shape shifting.
Yeah, definitely. You can see it as it. I mean, that's a completely different kettle of fish because you can see the beach and the sea, and you've got a sense of scale, and that's just a completely different thing, isn't it? Can I play a video?
Yeah, yeah, of course you can. I would say play all 5 if you want. But yeah, I was just going to say, for me, in the whole arena of UAPs and UFOs, I think people have got to get it out of their head being too concerned about size, because ultimately, if something's alien, it's completely alien, right? And for all we know, they could be really tiny. So certain craft could be the size of a balloon. Who knows?
Stop.
Oh yeah.
Stop. Hang on. Smiley Rainbow just posted me a picture of a possible balloon, and it's a balloon, but it's shaped like a palm tree. Okay, right. I'm trying to make this this is TikTok, so you'll have to excuse me for playing a TikTok video. TikTok's not the easiest thing to play on a PC, I tell you.
I think the general consensus in chat was that everybody kind of felt that it was a balloon.
Yeah.
So that's that balloon disclassified or discounted. But I think it's fun. Well, it's fun for me anyway, not to kind of watch these too much before the show and just come and be watching it along with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Right, here we go. This is a TikTok.
Oh, 3. Another one came up and greeted him.
Oh, we got two.
Yeah, I got him. There's 3. Another one went right through him.
Oh, there's one behind the 2.
Is there?
There's 2. 4.
Jeez.
1.
No, there's 4 in front. I got the 2 in front.
Oh, hold on. There's a 3rd one. Hold on. Is that? Oh my lord. That's.
Oh, wow.
Dude, there's like 15 of them coming right now.
Oh, God.
15.
No,
Yeah, you
That's
see, there's
startling.
actually like loads of them.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, what?
Like it's like the whole sky's
not
moving.
startling.
He's
definitely not.
he's got a laser as well.
Yeah, he's pointing to him with a laser pen.
We're all
Yeah.
phasing like, ooh, it's powering up again. Yeah. Awesome.
Which one?
This
Oh,
one right here.
yeah.
Wow.
How many are there?
There's a line of them. They're all powering up.
Powering up.
Shoot.
They're taking turns, but each one are. Whoa. Yeah.
I don't know which one to film.
There's a whole, my lord. I got the majority of them
Are they spinning?
right here.
I've just noticed in the text it
I
says
got
this is not
one.
Starlink, because I was thinking,
Whoa.
could it possibly be
Oh,
Starlink? That's a
dude.
bigger one.
Well, Starlink,
Dude, there's a whole
they're all
fleet.
spaced out in the
My
same.
God, they're all.
They're all like
You know
spaced
what?
out
That's not
equally in a
Starlink.
line.
Look, they're all.
They're all powering
Another
up.
one's
They're
coming down.
Some of them change direction.
Oh my lord.
That's a freaking fleet.
Holy cow.
Look at all of them. That's not Starlink.
That's definitely not.
Look,
Starlink.
another one coming down from the top.
Oh my god, dude. This is they're
Dude, this is a fleet.
what?
Look at all those.
Holy cow. You
And they're
called it.
all, they're not,
called it.
they're not in a straight row.
Yeah, they're like side by side. They're not in straight line at all.
No.
They're powering up.
Oh, look at that. That one powered
Do
out.
you know what? It's great footage, but you just don't want Hillbilly 1 and Hillbilly
Oh,
2
I'm getting Paul's. My whole left side. Paul's in.
commentating
And
on
they're
it
going-
here, because
look,
it just
they're
makes
going
it...
down,
I
they're
think it's
going
great.
up.
I like that
This
commentary.
one's going
Side
up.
by side.
There's
side
two
by
side by
Holy
side.
cow!
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is like,
everywhere.
whoa.
You called it.
That is interesting.
There's two,
God
two
damn.
there.
Oh my lord.
Oh my God, there, two. What the heck? There are so many. I don't know which one to film.
I'm watching every single one of them. Every single one.
Anyway, I saw this on
That one-
TikTok and didn't quite
yeah,
know
that
what to
one
think.
just powered
But
up.
I
There's
first off,
two.
when I first saw it, I just
Look
thought,
at that, 3, 4,
okay, it's a
5,
Leonid
6,
meteor
7, 8, 9,
shower.
10.
You know, I've
8,
seen
11,
meteor
12.
showers where I've seen like 5 come over
Wow,
or something.
they're
But
just-
Holy cow.
They're still coming.
Holy.
But they're
And they're
moving
going
in
every
different
direction.
directions.
They're not.
yeah,
They're not.
And they're not- there's
They're
no,
not
like-
going...
there's no quick ones or anything. You know, like, whoosh,
No.
and they
And
they
look,
regularly
that one just
flare up.
glowed.
Yeah,
Look at
That one
two together
just
there.
went
two
brighter
there,
and then dimmer.
two there.
it's just literally hundreds.
There, 3, 4, 5.
Look, I mean, if this...
It's got to be
Oh
it's
my
got to be
God,
just
It's on.
it's got to be just like
It
computer
is
generated,
on.
isn't it? Like this is just completely fake.
If it is... Well, it's... I was just about to say, it's either that or it's some
Okay, where are they?
amazing footage.
Anyway, that was
See
that
'em?
one.
It's like a vortex of
So, can you
Oh,
pause it
yeah.
a minute?
Well, I thought I'll just turn it off. I'll leave it running and just I'll turn the sound off. There you go.
After the show, can you share the link with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to look at that one closer. But, I mean, yes, I was just about to say, this is kind of interesting footage because it's one of those ones where it's one or the other. It's black or it's white. It's either utterly hoaxed. It's not pareidolia. It's not somebody that's filmed something and gone, and this could be. Or this
Kevin-
is absolutely excellent footage.
Kevin said he's seen these people before, and they think they can communicate with aliens with the laser pen. And
Yes, well, it's
Florida,
it's
man.
become a
so
very-
it's
become a very popular thing, Kevin, for a lot of people who feel that they can, they can go out and they can get themselves into a headspace that makes it more plausible or possible that they're going to have some sort of sighting or experience. And these people have started taking laser pens with them as well. It's the one reason why when we went out and skywatch, Monte, I took my laser pen.
you did. Yeah.
And I was periodically, pipping it up into the sky because, there is this sort of rumor that the laser pens, if you think about how they appear from the sky down, that they're getting a higher level of response. But I would need to look at the channel of these guys and whatever stuff they've uploaded and whether there's any more. I mean, if there's more that they've uploaded that's similar, then that probably leads towards the fact that they're using computer effects and trying to be clever.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you because the TikTok channel that I got this from is not these guys. It's just a TikTok channel that uploads random UFO stuff.
Yeah, it's probably come from YouTube. If anybody does know, like Kevin, you said
Yeah,
that
if
you've
you
seen
could-
these guys before.
Yeah.
If you know it's on YouTube, because I'd imagine Kevin's probably picked it up on YouTube, because I don't think Kevin is on TikTok. I don't know if he is, but I presume not. But yeah, so if anybody knows, let us know. And that doesn't just mean in live chat. If you're watching this on pre-record, and please share in comments. That would be a big help, because I would be interested in looking into that in a little bit more detail. Good share, Monty.
Do you want another one?
And by the way, I know I'm struggling with internet signal.
No, it's all right
tonight,
now. It's all right now.
off and on. But do you notice anything?
You have your G-Star hat on.
Yeah, but
Can
you see the hat better?
Oh, is it a new hat?
No.
Oh,
it's
you've got a better
camera.
camera.
Yeah, I've got a new phone. I've got a new 13 Pro.
Oh, very nice.
And it has a 4K stabilizing super duper camera.
Check you out. Yes, look very good. Looks better than my my Lumix G7. Yeah.
So yeah, very excited. Some new filming
Yeah, very good.
capabilities.
Very
got
good,
some
very
night vision as well. I can take night photos.
good. Ah,
Sky.
nice. Do you want another video?
Yeah, please.
You want another one? Let's have another one then. There we go. So,
I don't usually, especially for UFO content, I don't usually find a lot of positive stuff on TikTok. So that was a really good find.
no, I know. It's just what happens when you get into like UFO TikTok, and then when through the hundreds of rubbish you get, every now and again I get a good one, and I'll think, right, I'll heart that one and stick that one on the list.
And then do you know what? If it's a hoax, props to them. It's a good hoax.
Yeah, it could be a combination of. It could be like the Leonid meteor shower happened at the same time as Starlink comes over, and several other random satellites just happen to all cross paths all at once. I don't know. Right. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Here is another one. Turn the sound on for it.
Oh my god, I got goosebumps. Papa, come here, hurry. Tell Jody and them.
Oh, I've seen this.
Have you seen this one?
Yeah. There's just loads of them.
Yeah. I wish you keep a camera still, because they do like move in different directions and things. You can see them moving about.
Are they lanterns?
That was a good option. Lanterns, maybe hundreds of lanterns.
Oh my gosh, I got
Yes, I think this one's been explained.
Has it? Cool.
That's right.
Let me just turn the volume off. Okay. So as far as you know, what was the explanation on this one then?
I think it was something that was lanterns. That was something to do with, because they put the date and the location in there. There was some sort of I can't remember what it was for. It was like a military, like how we would celebrate like D-Day or something like that. It was like a sort of celebration of a key event like that, and they let off a load of lanterns for every person, and I think there was about 1,000 lanterns, and and that's what I've seen as a potential explanation. I'm not saying that's what it is. I can remember reading that.
So Mickey saying it's a light show. He's kind of nailed it. Then we think. It's kind of
It wasn't lanterns as in your the things that you buy in the
paper lanterns,
Oriental gift shops. Yeah, it wasn't that type of lantern. It was like a these mini drone type lantern things. Right. It was meant to
So like a drone show type thing.
Yeah, but not a drone show. There's no idea that these will be reclaimed. Yeah, they're just, you know, like you'd have like an electric, you know, those candles that you can get that are like little battery candles. They're not a real flame, but they
Oh
look like
yeah.
a real flame. It's that sort of thing put into a little like light balloon and like let off and then
Ah,
incinerate
right.
and stuff, sort of thing. Yeah, that type of
That
technical,
type
so
of
that yeah, so they can all be lit and let off all at once. They're all like electronic sort of thing and set off by a radio signal. But that is just something that I saw somebody put in one of the comments,
right.
which sounded like a very plausible because they made the comparison to the date that was shared in the footage. So I'm not saying that is it. So if anybody wants to argue or point out and feels that it's something different, then by all means.
Yeah,
so basically, Skylighter. Yeah. They disintegrate. So it's all good.
It's all good. Kevin asks, have you seen the centipede in the sky video? Really strange, that one. I have not. No.
No.
Please.
He may be talking. So, Kevin, answer one quick question. Was it in Mexico? Because I've got a piece of footage to share, but it's got a different title than Centipede. But if I'm to be honest with you, there's parts of it that look like Centipede, so it might be that. So let us know, Kevin, if it was Mexico. And I'm going to say it again because I'm just going to keep saying it right the way throughout the stream. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to like the stream. It helps.
One like is one happy birthday to Mickey. So, yeah.
Yeah. So don't be mean buggers.
Wish him happy birthday by liking this live stream. It's rather mercenary of me, isn't it? Do you want another video? I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Can I hit gold with another one? That's the question.
We shall soon find out.
Yeah. Probably not.
One of two so far. I mean, the other one was good, but I think it's been debunked.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys are on a beach, filming a thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this one as well.
What the fuck?
Sorry for the language. Dead ass. It's a flare, dude. Dead ass.
No, if they were flares, they'd be popping off sequentially, not fucking...
See that?
Dude, I just got a UFO on fucking video. Holy shit!
He's convinced.
No, dead ass, dude.
Dead ass.
You see him flashing up there?
So you see the lightning to begin with. There's the lightning.
Oh, baby!
I'm seeing it on the screen, but I'm not seeing it on this screen. It's not playing.
Those lights.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I can see it on... It's not the footage I've seen, I don't think.
No, if they were flares, they'd be popping off sequentially, not fucking...
Hopefully everybody can see that.
Dude, I just got a UFO on fucking video.
What do you think of that one,
Holy
MG?
shit!
I'll turn the Americans
dead
off.
ass, dude.
What do you reckon that one then?
Do me a favour because I was struggling with why it's not playing for me on this end, on the studio end.
You've gone all crackly again.
Oh dear.
You've gone all alien and robotic. Let me know in chat what you think could be a missile test. Interesting one, Kevin. Could be. It could be some sort of military maneuvers, couldn't it? Out at sea. Because you certainly see what I thought was lightning, but I mean that lightning could actually be explosions, couldn't it? Some sort of thing. I was wondering if that flash there that could have been an explosion or something. And they could be like flares or some sort of.
Yeah. It would make sense if you think about it logically in terms of flares, because if there's a storm out there and there's a boat that's been caught in the storm, trying to get the attention of lifeguards, what you're going to use? Flares.
Maybe. Don't know. I wondered if it was, just like gaps in the cloud or something, just like with. But I mean, they are lights that just turn on, don't they, and then kind of fade out. From that regard, it does look kind of like flares, doesn't it? They last for a consistent length of time before being swallowed up by the storm again. But the lights are strange. So that was that one. I've got one more, or two more, and then we'll carry on with something else. I did have them in order of what I thought were impressiveness, so we're getting to the bottom of the barrel now. This one,
you always save the best for last. What are you doing?
No, I know. Sorry, I didn't in this instance. This one is I suppose the lamest of them all. I just thought it's cool because it looked like I think it's just like the sky poking through clouds, but it looks like it could be the beginning of Independence Day or something, because it looks like there's this giant like spaceship in the sky. It looks like there's a giant spaceship through the clouds type thing. It doesn't do anything.
What are these lights? Look at my sky, you guys. It's literally 9:30 at night, and look at this.
So what do we think of that?
I thought it was going to be a different piece of footage. I've seen some similar where when you said about a craft, there's one that's circulating that is clearly CGI, but this one,
I don't think it's CGI or anything.
no.
I think it's just a stormy sky with some maybe some holes in the clouds or something, or I don't know. Like just letting some of the blue skylight from beyond come crack through.
Yeah.
Just happens that it's just in a row. Just fluky. Kevin says that's what you call an angry sky. Yeah. And the last one I think we've seen before. But I put it in here anyway because I saw it and I thought, that is weird looking. And I think this is one you brought, actually, G. I think you've brought this one to the table before. But I'm going to... And then we'll get on with the rest of the content. Is this a shape-shifting cloud?
Oh, yes.
And I think I said last time, I think this is just CGI. But I've looked at it a number of times now, and I'm not sure it is CGI. I don't know. It's certainly one weird-ass cloud.
It's a fucking cloud with lights in it. Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that. Cloud with sparkly lights in it. I've never seen no shit like that. Moving weird.
You can actually at some point see it's got sparkly
see
lights in it.
sparkling lights
You
in
see
it.
some... Looks like some flashes going off in the cloud.
Never seen no shit like this in my life.
But I think we have looked at that one before, haven't we?
Yes. I don't know whether we've looked at it on air or whether I showed it to you off air. Yeah. I mean, we've done so many
Yeah,
now.
I can't remember.
Hard to remember. But ultimately, there is. Again, I'm a bit like you. I kind of got sort of sold on the whole CGI thing because I saw some videos where some people have done something similar under the umbrella of, being very open and honest that they're using CGI. But the problem with it is, and what are those guys that you like?
Corridor crew.
The Corridor Crew. It'd be good to see them analyze this one because there's a couple of things that happen in this footage that would make it harder to be CGI. You would need somebody who's pretty, pretty good at CGI to do what they do, because the way it goes behind the cables and the way it goes behind the power post and it all fits perfectly, that's harder to do with CGI. If you've got things that are in the foreground and the background, makes it, I'm not saying it's impossible to do. What I'm saying is, for people who are amateurs, it would show up terribly.
Yeah. I mean, what they do is generally is they film the cables and that, and then they then will take out the background and then place the sky. You know what I mean? It's like a big composition. So, and it's all filmed straight, and then they fake the camera zooming and the shaky lens thing to make it look like it's a handheld thing. But I don't know. Is this
the guys in chat are saying that we definitely did cover it? Like Mickey says,
did we?
He remembers it.
I think I remember saying this bit was a bit weird. Is this bit here? That looks strange to me.
Yeah, you kind of if you zoom into it, you see pixelation going on as well.
Yeah. Wow, well done, Mickey, for remembering. You got a better memory than I have.
He's a lot younger than us.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, there you go. That's
I'm presuming he is.
UFO TikTok videos of the month.
Cool. Well, I think what I'll do is, rather than play the other piece of footage that I had, shall we sort of just take a bit of a break and have real or fake game?
Yay! My favourite part of the show. We should create a theme tune for this. I'm going to have to make it like an intro.
Yeah. Real or fake?
Yeah, real or fake. Is it fake or is it real? We don't know.
Neither do you. Right. Okay, so this one's a bit of a mixed bag.
Oh no.
This week there is themes. So I think it starts off with scenery, and then it goes into animals. So yeah. Let me see if I can find it. I need to open it first. That would help. Picture number 1.
No, nobody tell him about his voice. Just let him go. Oh my God.
Let me zoom in on that. This one's an angry koala.
That's a koala bear from my nightmares. Koalas are so fluffy and cute.
Is it real or fake? Let us know in chat.
I'll let chat have their make their minds up first. I know what I'm going to say.
Who got me wet? Mickey says. Who got me wet? I'm gonna kick your ass. I mean, let's be fair. He's soaking wet.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Smiler says fake.
I'm gonna go
Mickey
real.
says fake.
I don't know why I'm
You're
gonna go
real.
I don't know why I'm gonna go real. I think that's possibly a terrified, wet koala that's had water thrown over it because it's escaping the Australian wildfires.
Oh, you're convincing Kevin. He's gone real as well.
If that's real, Smiler's never going down under. Well,
I'm going to do a good job of keeping points this evening. I've got my pencil. I am keeping points. Better than I did on Wednesday.
Well,
Maz is back.
Maz is back for real and fake, yeah.
Okay. So I'm putting you on the scoreboard, Maz. Okay. Well, it looks like most of everybody's answers in. I don't think we're missing anybody. So I'll just stop sharing that a minute, and then I'm going to share something else with you. Let me, because my computer's playing out, just let me close that.
Your voice is back to normal again.
Back to normal bad or normal good?
Well, it depends. It's better than what it was a minute ago.
So I'm just going to share something with you now. If you said real, unfortunately, you were wrong. It was photoshopped.
Oh,
and
God.
If you looked at it carefully and you thought about a koala's mouth, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't come from underneath its nose. So, Smiler said fake, so she gets 10 points. Mickey said fake, so he gets 10 points. Monte doesn't get anything. Kevin doesn't get anything. And Maz doesn't get anything. And Smiler says, thank fudge for that. So, first one down. Just another 9 to go of pure pain.
Why do we play this game?
I don't know. It's like you love it and it's annoying all at the same time, right?
I think it's on my control screens here. It's really tiny. How am I supposed to see the little Photoshop job of a mouth? Oh, damn it.
So, power plant in California. Oh, no, not a power plant, sorry. This is an oil plant,
rig.
I believe.
It's an oil platform, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real or fake, guys? We've got a bit of a tornado going on there. And,
fake.
Flash of lightning.
I'm pinning my answer to the wall early. Fake.
So Monty's gone fake. What's everybody else saying? Kevin says real.
Well, that's because I duped him into a real last time, and I think he's going.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not following him again.
That Monte band doesn't know what he's talking about.
Maz has gone fake. Smiler says she's with you and she's on fake. Mickey's gone fake. It's a good game tonight.
Right then. What? Go on then.
This one, so getting points for this one is the very few people that said fake, because it's fake. So Mickey gets 10 points, and he's on full points so far. Mazza said fake, 10 points to Mazza. Smiler said fake, on full points so far. Monte gets 10 points. And Kevin still to get off the starting line. Come on, Kevin, you can do it. Another 8 to go.
They don't really get tornadoes in California.
Oh, don't they?
No.
Did that give it away?
It did.
Okay. I'll have to remember that for next time.
They don't really have oil platforms like that much in California either. If you'd have said this is a picture from, I don't know, Texas, then I would have been confused. And
I don't actually know where it was, so...
oh, you just made that up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
But thinking about it now, you're right. They don't really get tornadoes in California, so that kind of gave it away a bit, didn't it? Here's the next one. Is this real or fake?
It's flying boats.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I can try. Well, you know, yes, I can.
Why are they flying? All right, Mickey's gone real.
So, yeah, Smiler's gone real.
Smiler's gone real. I am afraid. I'm not really afraid, but I am afraid.
You're afraid, aren't you?
I'm afraid now. I'm kind of mildly terrified because I'm going to go fake.
Okay. All right. Monty's gone fake. He's going to follow him. We've got Mickey with real and Smiler with real. What's Kevin saying? Gonna get off that scoreboard, Kevin. On that scoreboard, I should say. Get off it. You're plenty off it at the moment.
And Maz?
Yeah, Maz, need your answer.
I mean,
Gins.
Yeah. You're going to tell me it's real, and I'm going to get upset with you.
Well, you already locked in for fake, because I already announced it.
All right, Maz, is everyone...
Smiler says, ooh, I have a segment idea. Real, fake, or double take. And use some of those TikTok pictures where things look weird, and you have to look twice to figure them out. Kevin's gone real.
After getting the first two wrong, Kevin's done a runner. I think he's just going to have to drop points.
So everybody's gone real, right? And
apart from me,
apart from you,
yeah.
Well, Monty, you will be very pleased to know
I've got no points.
That you are the only one
to have got it wrong.
That is not going to get any points.
Yeah.
Everybody else was right. It's fake. Oh, it's real. Sorry.
That's not real.
I even forgot that.
That's not real.
It is. It's in Minorca in the Balearic Islands. It's in a bay there. It's just really exceptionally clear water. Monty's now going about trying to Google and find the picture.
Yeah.
This is what real or fake does to him.
It puts me over the edge.
Mickey says the world before pollution. Yeah. Now it'd just be like brown. Here's an opportunity for you. He's just found the picture.
Wow.
You can tell by that big sigh. Here's the next one. Opportunity for you to redeem yourself, Monty. Come on.
I don't care. I still think that's photoshopped. I see others from that. Oh no, that is real. Look. Oh, fudge it. God damn it.
So Mickey's straight in on with this one with real. I can hear it. I can even hear Mazza typing it out, going real, but somebody's messed with the exposure.
I think that, well, I mean, I've certainly seen pictures like that before. There's this phosphorus plankton along the west coast of America that generally, along the coast of California, funnily enough, does glow in the waves of the water. So I want to say real.
This
is where you're going to say
everything in the picture. Take everything in that's in the picture. That's what I would urge everybody to do. That's why I do this, because it's to help with take everything in.
Everything. I can't see it. I don't know what you want me to hear.
Real or fake, guys? We've got Mickey gone real. Smiley says, I want that to be real. Does that mean you think it's real, or that you're just wishing that it was real, like you want to be there?
Oh, well, that's true.
What's your answer?
Bioluminescence is usually green. I'm going to say real. I'm not going to be the odd one out this time.
Okay. You're going to drown along with everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Live together, drown together.
Yeah, real, Smiler says. So we've got 1, 2, 3 reals.
Mickey real, Smiler real, me real, Kevin real. Oh, that was for the last question. I think Kevin said Rio.
Rio.
Okay, so go on then, give it to us.
Shall we just go ahead?
Maz and Kevin not quite got there. I think they might be on a delay.
So this one is in the Mud Island in the Maldives, and this is bioluminescence, and it's 100% real.
Yeah.
So Mickey, 10 more points. Monte, 10 more points.
I got some points. Yes.
So we have so far. Kevin has left the competition and still get off the scoreboard.
Kevin's exited.
But there are still 6 left, can still win.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Then we have Mazza and Monte on 20, and neck in the lead so far is Smiler and Mickey on 40.
Oh.
So, close competition. Right, picture number 5, I guess, then, yeah?
Yeah, one day when we're retired and we've got rid of the kids, and then we'll go see stuff like that.
Well, the bioluminescence and
things like that. Yeah. I think this is a still from like 2012 or something, isn't it? Can you zoom in? Because you're going to say, yeah, well, you should look at the hand of the Statue of Liberty and see that she's not holding a flame, she's holding a daffodil. Can't you see the daffodil in her hand?
Okay, chill pill. You got some points on the last one.
All right.
There's no need to be sulky, Susan.
Maz is straight in with a fake.
Smiler said, when we are tired. Cool, I'm tired now.
I tell you what, I just for fun, I'm going to say
now this is in California, by the way. But Maz has come strong in with a fake, but with a
The
question mark.
Yeah.
Fake.
Fake. I'm gonna go real.
Well, Mickey's gone real. Smiler's gone real.
Well, you get extreme weather in
It's
New
like
York.
Armageddon, doesn't it? Sort of thing.
It does, but I mean, rain clouds like that are possible, and I don't know. Maz still thinks it's a scene from a film.
He says, "I'm gonna go
for
another beer."
Oh, good plan, Mickey. It was a good plan. Go on then. What have we got?
Friday night.
It's Friday night.
Right. So everybody's answers in. Yeah. We've even got one from Smiler. So what did you go, Monte?
Me, I went real. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, this one's fake.
Oh.
It is actually not from a movie. It's photoshopped. It's 3 different pictures all fused into one. One of them is obviously a scene of the Bay in New York with the Statue of Liberty, and then the storm comes from. It's like a famous documentary where they were covering storms or something. But anyway, it's a fuse of 3 separate photos. So I think Maz got some points on that one. 10 points to Maz. Mickey lost out on that one, but Smiler.
How are you supposed to know, though? How are you supposed to know that that's not real? Well, I don't. It could have been real. There could have been a day like that looked exactly like that.
I think my argument for looking at this one, if you were asking me to judge whether it was real or fake, and obviously I played the game and I scored 95%, and that's because the reason that I would say that this is fake is because you have the speedboat in the front, right?
Yeah.
The cursor on the speedboat there, which is pretty in focus, but then also so is the cloud all the way back here, really like in fine focus. And I just don't think that there's a natural camera, unless it's like a professional camera, that could really capture that. Yeah, that would be the reason why I would discount it.
Maz, right,
that was
though. It does look
5.
like Independence Day. I just see that photo and I just want to go dun 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 as the plane, as the aircraft comes out of the cloud.
So we're over halfway now.
Oh joy!
We're on to number 6. And this is our last of our sort of kind of like landscape ones before we start going on to back to some animals. I sort of kicked off with a koala bear, but back to the animals in a minute.
Well, if Mickey's still away, I got a chance to get some.
Maximize as much. There you go, real or fake on this one.
You're going to say it was real, it's fake, but I'm going to say it's real, and then you go, no, it's fake because they photoshopped an extra 3 meters on the bottom of the hole.
Bitter Bob is back again.
Real. No.
This is real?
Well,
how long has it been since you popped into Spectators?
I know it's I mean, I remember this coming up on the news, but I don't remember the hole being that deep like that.
Smiler says now this could be one of those chalk pictures. I don't know what that is. But...
Oh, when you're walking down the sidewalk and someone does a chalk picture that if you looked at the picture flat on, it looks all stretched. But then when you look at it from an angle, it looks 3-dimensional.
Maz has gone fake. Mickey says, I know something like this happened recently, but I think that one is a bit big. So he's gone fake. So we've got Maz a fake, Mickey fake. What are you saying, Smiler? Real or fake? And what you said, Monty?
Can
you
you
said,
can you zoom in a bit more?
Can I zoom in a bit more? I'll bloody zoom in a bit more.
And then scroll down a little bit.
Oh my God. Do you want me to go and get you a drink as well? Up. Look at that. Look at that scrappy work.
That's a hole, isn't it? I'm going to go...
Is it an a-hole?
Oh, sorry. I'm going to go real.
Everyone
else has gone fake. I'm going to go real. And then I'm going to come around and... Go on, then. Tell us.
I can't look at WhatsApp when we're... Because Smiler when we're on live, because I use my phone and WhatsApp is on my phone. So, sorry. But I'll look at it after the show. So everybody went fake, right? Except for you, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, put a smile on your face, Monty, because you're the only one to get points again. This is real.
Hey!
This is Guatemala.
It's Guatemala. Yeah, I know. I saw it.
Yes, it was a sinkhole that formed and developed and collapsed in Guatemala City. And I guess, yeah, it's actually that big.
I thought you were going to say, oh no, they photoshopped the extra, like, bottom third or something, you know?
No, this is a genuine photo. Yeah, so...
Well, there you go.
Smile a bit, right?
I guess.
Right, number 7. Could it be heaven? Onto the creatures, all great and small. Let's start off with that very unique creature, the rainbow owl. Yeah, you got to trust yourself, Mickey. Sometimes you've got to learn to lean on those instincts.
Yeah.
That's a true open-minded skeptic.
Fake.
You've gone fake on this.
Well, look at it.
It's an owl.
I know. Owls, right? They have their big eyes on the front of their face like that and not like other birds because they live at night. You know, the expression night owl.
Mm-hmm.
So what would the point in an owl being all fancy coloured like that when...
For mating.
But they can't see. They come out at night. That's why they're all dark brown.
Well, clearly not, because this one's shot in the day. Smiler's saying fake, fakeroo. Mickey's saying that's a fake bird, would be dead in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Mickey knows.
Not unless it hides in rainbows, Mickey.
It could be.
Then it would never be seen. That's where it could choose to always nest in that place where there's both rain and sun at the same time. Maybe they make the rainbows. Who knows?
Maybe that's where Skittles come from.
So I'm presuming that D is pitching in here with suggestions then, Maz. Is that right? Because she's saying we are thinking fake.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that your answer is fake. Smiler's is fake. Mickey's is fake. Monte's is fake. And you're all bloody right.
Yes.
So, 50, 40.
If that was real, that would be like a poster bird for like 9-year-old girls up and down the country, wouldn't it? Everybody would want one.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, I would want one. Okay. Here is the next one. Coming at you. Real or fake?
It's got human teeth. Or human-like.
Yes, this is called the toothfish.
Why is it called that?
Don't know.
It looks like it just wants to go, hello.
I want to have a conversation with you.
How does it brush them? You know?
That's true. I mean, but it's got a bit of tartar by the looks of it.
Yeah.
So, real or fake, guys? Let us know in chat.
God. It's one of those things, isn't it, where it could be the toothfish, and that all could be right, and their teeth could be famously like human teeth, but not that much like human teeth. And this has been photoshopped to make it look like a toothfish with actual human teeth.
Yeah, it's almost like it's got gums as well.
I don't know. It looks like it swallowed some dentures.
Smiler thinks it's a fish that swallowed dentures. Looks gross, but difficult. Real fish, Photoshop teeth. So I presume by that you're saying it's fake because it's Photoshop, Maz. So I'll book you in for a fake. Mickey's gone real hashtag. I think that's meant to be hashtag real. Kevin's gone, sorry, the bloody internet. So plenty of time for you to get on the scoreboard, and thanks for rejoining us, Kevin. We're on real or fake on this one. Is this picture real or fake?
I'm going fake.
You're going fake. So far we are really split down the middle because we've got Mickey gone real, we've got Smiler gone real, we've got Mazza and D gone fake, and we've got Kevin who's having bloody internet issues. Same here. Let us know, real or fake, Kevin. Oh wait,
Drum
10,
roll.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he's gone real. Okay, so this one is real.
No.
So if you said fake, you get no points. This is a species of piranha. However, it's not. So it's from Papua New Guinea, but it's called the Paco piranha, and it actually eats vegetation, and that's why it has teeth like that for just gnawing on vegetation. It's not a meat eater. It's called the Paco, Pacu piranha. Did Mickey go real? I don't know. Mickey went real.
Oh my god, look at it. I found lots of other pictures of it. It's hideous.
Smiler also went real, didn't she?
Mm.
I say real just yet. Oh, it's weird how everybody's points there. And Maz went fake and D went fake. They said it was photoshopped. Not photoshopped, real species. Stop sharing that one.
It's hideous.
Dum.
Can you imagine being eaten by that piranha and actually having like human teeth marks on you?
But it wouldn't eat you because it's an omnivore.
No, I know, but just imagine if it did.
Yeah.
I've had horses bite me, and they're omnivores. So who's not to say that piranha would not bite me and leave human-like teeth impressions?
I will
in your
concede
leg?
to your logic on that one. Okay, so we're second to last one. Real or fake? Let us know in chat as quick as you can.
What?
Two-headed cat. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they can smile. That would be funny. I mean, a fish going along. So I don't know. Full set of, lovely dentures. But it's weird, isn't it? To think they look so human and they're on a fish. Like fish have the same sort of teeth as we do. There's got gums and everything. Real or fake on the two-headed cat? Or is this just some clever photoshopping?
Can you zoom in?
Yeah. D is a cat lady. She say real.
Well, far be it for me to
Fake.
Far be it for me to.
Yes, Kevin, you're on the scoreboard. You got 10 points.
Yay!
Sorry, Monty.
Well done. I'm going to go with D and say it's real.
Smiler's gone real. I think Mickey's gone fake. That woman is way too happy to be holding that monster. I mean, cat. That is true. That's good looking at the whole photograph there, Mickey.
I don't know, but I've seen those teeth somewhere before.
Yeah, on the fish.
The fish.
Yeah. Look, if a fish can have teeth like that, why can't a cat have two heads? So yeah, I think we've got everybody's answer. What did you go, Monty?
I said real. I went with D.
You went real. Okay. Just waiting in on Kevin. Hopefully he's not lost his internet again. Whilst we're just waiting on that, I'll just give a bit of an update. So our two leaders are still fighting it out right to the bitter end. We've got Smiler on 60, Mickey on 60. Have they both gone the same on this one? No, this is split down the middle because Mickey's gone fake. Smiler's gone real. So at this last stage, this is where the leaders could split out. We've got Monte on 40 and Maz on 40. So our vault hosts both on the same score. And then we've got Kevin on 10. Kevin's gone fake.
Whew.
Oh, Kevin, you were doing so well. And then you got it wrong because this is real.
Well done, D.
Well done, D, the cat lady. This is
Idiots.
Frankie,
yes.
And it's known as Frankie and Louie. It was born with this abnormality and thought that it was only going to live for a few days. And then this guy who runs the sanctuary looked after him for 30 solid days just because he had initial difficulties with eating or something, drip feeding him or something like that. And basically, it's still alive today, and it's weird. It has one throat, two mouths, two faces, one brain, three eyes. Not all the eyes closed at the same time, and yeah, very bizarre.
It has one brain, so it's not
real.
like a Siamese twin. It's not like two conjoined things. It is one cat with two faces.
It's got one throat as well, but it's got two mouths, and they're joined weirdly by some sort of bone structure. Yeah, very strange abnormality, but yes, it's real. So we come to our final real or fake for this month. Sad times. Oh, but let's do the scores first, right? Because it's all about that. So I believe it was Mickey got that wrong. Smiler got it right. Maz got it right, so she jumps up to 50. Monty, you got it right, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And it's just Kevin and Mickey that got it wrong.
Never mind, Kevin. Never mind.
It's always next month.
There's always next month.
I'm going to zoom it in as much as I possibly can, just for you, Monty.
You know I like it zoomed in. It's my old eyes. They're not what they used to be.
Clearly.
Oh, no.
Taking the whole photograph, people. Real or fake? Mickey said that cat was creepy. Yeah, it was creepy. Very real creepy. Smiler's already preempting her glorious win by going winner, chicken dinner.
You haven't won yet. Well, I suppose she has joint one, even if she gets this one wrong. But he gets it right.
Yeah. So real or fake on this last one, guys?
So, if it's real, it's American. Because that looks like, Colorado or something in the background there.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I've not.
But then does the foliage that's in front sort of match with Colorado?
No, not at all. It looks like the head of a what do you call it? A German Shepherd type dog.
Smiler's gone fake. Kevin's gone fake. Fakey Fox Fawn says Smiler, and Kevin says fake to 2 different animal legs and body.
It's a fakey McFake thing from Fakesville.
Fakey Fox.
Yeah.
Real or fake? I know it's not a cat, D, but just stab at it. Mickey's gone fake. Oh, he's staying in line with Smiler. So whatever happens at this point, you're not going to win.
It's a beautiful composition, though, I have to say, of the, the gravel really in focus with the thing, and then the layers of the foliage and the beautiful red Colorado mountains in the background. It's.
Tell you what, this feels like Formula One, this game, because people are coming from the back, pegging at the front. Like, this is like just such a crazy point.
Oh wow, Maz has gone real.
Maz has gone real with the usual branded question mark.
Yeah.
So we've got Kevin who's gone fake. We've got Smiler who's gone fake. We've got Mickey who's gone fake. We've got Maz who's gone real, sort of. And then Monte, what was yours?
Fakey McFakeroo.
Conclusion? Freaky McFake.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I hide her comment?
No.
No, I didn't hide your comment, Smiler. I haven't touched any comments.
Which comment? Fakey Fox.
Last one you did. Yeah, Fakey Fox form. Never before seen animal, LOL. Okay, I'm going to put everybody out of the misery, and I'm going to end this real or fake for August. And the winner this evening... Well, let me just announce this one first. So, we only had one person that went real, right? And that was Maz. Everybody else went fake.
Mm-hmm.
Maz, well done. You got the last 10 points and everybody else missed out. This is real. This is the maned wolf. It looks similar to the red fox, but shares a different genus to the red fox and actually is classified more as a wolf. But it is definitely 100% real and it's very rare. Kevin straight away doing a Monte impression. No way.
No
Kevin
way.
straight onto Google now. Maned wolf. Maned wolf. Google it. M-A-N-E-D.
I have got it up here.
So not only is real or fake fun, right? But every time we do this, I'm educating you guys, right? On, animalology or whatever they want to call it. Zoology. Biology.
Jesus Christ.
Most crap wolf ever, Mickey says.
Stupid wolf.
I would love to see it in motion. I honestly, when I first saw this, I got it wrong. I said fake because I thought the same as well. And I also thought that there was some photoshopping around the leg. Because if if I zoom in on the part I'm talking about, it's like it's got this weird fur sticking out from
That's
its
his
leg that then
tail.
just stops. Oh, it's its tail, is it?
That's
oh, yeah.
his tail from the
That's a good
back.
point.
It's got a
But then I
light.
was
It's got a
also
light
looking- I was
white.
looking
It's
at
almost white tail.
But then I looked at the end of the feet, right? And the thing that made me swing to real is because it definitely looks like claws on the end of its paws. So it then made me think, well, it's not. If they have joined two animals together, they've definitely used another sort of species that would be more like a fox or something like that, with claws, like a dog. But yeah, interesting one, right? Maned wolf. So the winner was, because there was no movement, but I tell you what, Mazza and D, you were coming from the back, storming on the last three, jumped up to joint second place with Mickey. And then we had Monte in third place and Kevin in fourth. But our winner this evening, with a grand 70 points, getting 7 out of 10, real or fake right, was our very own Suffering Wrench, Smiler Rainbow.
Yay!
Yeah, bit delayed there. Yeah, round of applause. Welcome.
Yay! Oh,
There you go. Now I've lost all my notes. Where's my notes gone? There they are. Right. So,
because it wasn't
let's get back to
Colorado.
UFOs, right?
It wasn't Colorado. It wasn't America at all. It was like Brazil or somewhere in South America. Hence why the plants and where we thought didn't match up, because it wasn't where we thought it was. It was in Brazil. There you go.
Right. So, let's get back to the UFOs.
Yeah, I lagged then, Smiler. That's right. I lagged.
Oh, sorry, what?
What?
Somebody says it.
Go on, G.
Okay, so I have a picture to share as I read you out this article. So I presume that's coming up on the screen right now. You may or may not have seen this photograph before. This is an infamous UFO photo dubbed by some in the world as the world's best, as it shows a huge diamond-shaped object pictured flying over the Scottish Highlands. The so-called Calvin photograph, which is what it's called, which was for decades considered lost, has finally been uncovered. This is where we get into the declassified section. Has finally been uncovered after years of research by academic and journalist Dr. David Clark, showing what seems to be a huge angular object with what appears to be a Harrier jet in the distance. The image is an extraordinary piece of UFO puzzle. It was taken at around 9 p.m. on August 4th, 1990, so 22 years ago, by two hikers on a hillside near Calvin, just off the A9, some 35 miles northwest of Perth in Scotland. The men, whose identities remain unknown to this day, claim they watched the metallic object hovering with a low hum for about 10 minutes, while fighter jets made passes in the distance. As they watched the jaw-dropping scene, the object, which is estimated to have been up to 100 feet long, then is said to have shot off at high speed straight up into the sky, never to be seen again. But luckily, they seemed to capture the moment on camera, snapping 6 photographs of the diamond-shaped craft with the fighter plane in the background. The photos were then given to Scotland's Daily Record newspaper, who in turn passed them on to the Ministry of Defence. This is where Nick Pope comes in. But for unknown reasons, the story was never published, and the photos vanished into the black hole of Whitehall. And so began the modern myth of the Calvin photograph, with the images never being seen by the public until now. Dr. Clark, who has, I'll just bring up a picture of Dr. Clark a minute, holding the photograph.
Mickey says he's seen this this news article this week. I've read this one as well. I've seen it this week as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there was a bit of a build-up to it because Nick Pope, I think that Nick Pope must have been aware of this from his MOD days. So that's Dr. Calvin Clark. But he must have been aware of this from his MOD days. And on, I can't remember if it's Twitter or some sort of social media platform, he was leading to the fact that there was going to be some big reveal and some photo that had been lost or whatever that was being found, and that it was going to be revealed soon. And then, a week later it was. So, but anyway, where was I at? Dr. Clark, who has worked as a curator for the MOD UFO Files Project at the National Archives and is an associate professor from Sheffield Hallam University, managed to track down the photo by seeking out former RAF press officer Craig Lindsay in the photograph with him. Mr. Lindsay has kept a copy of the original photograph, as he was the go-between who was liaising between the press and the MOD when the original story was probed in 1990. He had the original envelope sent by the Daily Record, and inside was one of the original photos from Calvin. The ex-RAF man agreed to hand over the photo to Dr. Clark and Vinnie Adams from campaign group UAP Media UK, and it has now been filed in the archives at Sheffield Hallam University. Mr. Adams told The Sun online, "It's been a privilege to work on this case with such a dedicated team of researchers. After 32 years and an intensive investigation." Oh, yeah, it's 32 years, not bloody 22, I said earlier. It feels good. I can't add. It feels good to be able to show this elusive photograph to the world. He added, "We urge anyone with any information on the identity of the photographer or the case to come forward." The photograph itself has been quite studied, and some RAF experts have looked at it and said that the only thing that they can comment on is that that's definitely a Harrier jump jet in the background. I'm just going to bring the photo up again.
Yeah, bring it up again. This was in the far north of Scotland, was it? It was somewhere.
Yeah, it's sort of the centre of the far north in an area called Calvin. That's why it's called the Calvin photograph.
Oh, Calvin. So I'll have a look at Calvin. Where's Calvin? Oh no, that's Calvin Klein Shops. That's
Yeah, Calvin's got an E in it, so it's Calvine.
Oh.
Calvin, I guess.
All right, Calvin is there. Just north of.
So, but it's curious how it kind of just disappeared off of the. Nobody knew where it was. Nobody knew where to find it. The article never got published in the paper. All a bit strange, considering how this is already creating quite a buzz in the ufology community, because there's already things about the picture that sort of stand up, and you've got lots of things in this photo that I've zoomed in probably a little bit too much.
How long ago did you say? Sorry.
So this photo was taken in 1990.
Right.
And it's literally went missing for 32 years. I think, if I remember reading another article about it somewhere, there was some analysis that they'd done on it. But this version now, they've tried to enhance it, with using modern tech to just try and get be able to see the best detail, the best quality, the best shade, etc. But what's good about the picture is it has things in it that can give context for size. So you can see fence and trees at the front. It's got the jump jet Harrier, and as I said, RAF experts have looked at that and said that from their expert opinion, that is a Harrier in the background. So yeah, and it's different, isn't it? It's original, and I mean, it looks like a kind of diamond shape, but you don't know how. Like, for me, that could also be a pyramid on a weird angle.
Yes, I know what you mean.
So I just thought it was all very interesting, because it's just another example of how something all of a sudden has popped up that couldn't be found for 32 years and has now suddenly popped up, and it's starting to create quite a buzz. For me, already straight away looking at it, it reminds me of the Minville photos, like the Trent photos, and just how, because your hardened skeptic out there is going to straight away look at it, picture, and go, yeah, well, it's something dangling on a cable from that tree, isn't it? And that's what people do when they look at the Minville photos. They go, oh, it's probably got a invisible wire hanging off that electrical cable. But and there's some shade and distance analysis that's been done on this that does depict that it's further in the foreground than the Harrier or something. So yeah,
background.
Calvin, yeah. So this is called the Calvin.
Calvin, slap bang in the middle of Scotland, isn't it? It's like literally in the middle of the Highlands.
Yeah, very north though, very north, like getting up near Inverness, I believe.
Yes, kind of.
Do you want to just bring it up on a map? Do you want to just show your screen?
Oh, go on. You know, I like that
because it's in a pretty remote areas. I think what's integral about it,
yeah,
it's not in a place where it may be seen by a lot of people.
Here's Scotland, and here we got Edinburgh and Glasgow. You have to go quite a bit north of there, as you say, halfway to Inverness, which is here, and here, down here, we have this little village here is clean. Well, there you go. There's not a lot around here, actually.
No.
Sorry, Calvin. Yeah, there's like.
I know, because I've driven up and around those parts, and yeah, beautiful, but there's not a lot around.
But as you say, you just go up from here, and it's just like, 100 miles of nothing, really. Yeah, that's where it is into the relation of things.
There you go. Now, before I, because I didn't show my footage, did I? So I came across something really interesting last night. However, I didn't jump on it straight away because of the source of which it was coming from, and I found it from. So it's an article that I found from a website called Tweaktown. So I was dubious to start off with, so I did a little bit of fast research last night. And this is talking about a Stanford professor. I mentioned earlier on in the show that in the UFO community, there's this like kind of underbelly. It's not really, and this is why I wanted to call this one UAP to Declassified rather than Disclosure, because there's like this sort of other thing that's sort of slowly emerging as part of the underbelly of this whole ufology, that we're on the cusp of a big declassification, and it's not necessarily connected to directly connected to the task force that's just been established in the Pentagon, but it is all connected in some way. Anyway, this Stanford professor, so what I did is I researched this Stanford professor to make sure he was a professor at Stanford. And then I also found some YouTube videos of him being interviewed and talking about his connection with ufology.
It's like,
however,
Kevin said, why is this all suddenly coming out now? It's just there's so many things, so many revelations, committees, NASA, the Pentagon, all suddenly taking it seriously, and all this additional footage. And what is it that's triggering this?
Well, I did mention a theory back in a vault a while back, and it was called climatization. And whether this is a process of slowly climatizing us to the concept and the idea that, so that when eventually it is fully revealed, that we're not all like, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
I don't think we would be, would we? We've been thinking about this for a generation or two now.
You say we wouldn't be, but like, there's still a lot of people in the world who would be, there'd still be a lot of panic and questions because it would change a lot of things. But anyway, that's a much deeper conversation. But anyway, so this Stanford professor, as I said, I found a YouTube video where he's talking about his involvement and his opinion on the whole alien and UFO subject. However, if you find his profile for Stanford University, it has no mention. He's a really high medical scientist. Anyway, I'll read the article. A Stanford professor has come out during an interview and discussed topics such as the existence of aliens and the government having next-gen technology. A Stanford professor has claimed there is an active cover-up on the government possessing technology that's come from another planet. Dr. Gary Nolan is an immunologist at Stanford that recently became involved in UFOs and their disclosure. Apparently, from what I've read from other articles, he's involved in some sort of committee that reclaim and study possible debris from UFO sightings or crashes or whatever.
What's his name?
Gary Nolan, with 2 R's, I believe.
Weird way of
So
spelling
he
Gary.
sat down for an interview where he discussed his role in working with the government on analyzing and studying individuals that encountered UFOs. So he's done a big study on actual experiences or abductees, etc. According to Nolan, there is a group of people that were involved in recovering UFO debris for secret government programs, and these individuals will soon be coming forward to reveal what they know. The Stanford professor says that he knows there has been an active cover-up of authorities, claiming that he has spoken to important people who are about to whistleblow on it. The interviewer noted that the Department of Defense, the DoD, recently announced the creation of the new office that we were talking about earlier on, dedicated to the unidentified aerial phenomena or UFOs, and that an analysis will be conducted starting from 1947 onwards, the date of Roswell. So here are some of the questions that were in the interview. When you say that the government has been involved in a cover-up, do you think that they've been hiding it all this time? The interviewer asked. Oh yes, I know it's a fact because I've spoken to important people who are about to come out and whistleblow on it, Nolan replied. And there has been an active cover-up. Just look at what the Department of Defense, DoD, recently announced. They announced an office to study the phenomenon, putting money aside. They say they will start the study from 1947. The interviewer then says, which is incredible, that's the date of Roswell. And then Nolan says, yes, 1947. And we want to list off every operation they did to misinform the public. It certainly seems that the UFO news is heating up recently with announcements coming out from government officials. But basically, this Stanford is saying that there's a whole bunch of people that he's worked with on these projects that are quite significant on these projects that are about to whistleblow.
Just so we can get some background here, just out of interest, not that Wikipedia is the font of all knowledge, but Gary Nolan, American immunologist, academic inventor, blah blah, graduated from Cornell University, Bachelor of Science in Biology, researcher. He's created a number of different biotech companies over the years, has got a lot of honors and accolades from various institutions, especially around leukemia and lymphoma society. He's
I
written
think he
more
played
than
quite a big part in COVID-19 vaccinations, isn't he?
He's authored more than 300 research papers. But as you say, he's now really big in the ufology arena.
Oh, it's interesting. It does note it on Wikipedia then.
Yeah.
On his Stanford profile, it didn't mention anything about it because obviously he's been open for quite a long time that he was employed by the government and they specifically approached him about working on these projects.
Yeah, he's created a peer-reviewed journal about anomalous materials and associated with UFOs. He's done things like spectrometry and all sorts of, mass spectral analysis on these things and wrote papers about it.
So what's interesting about this isn't just any geek off the street. This is a very highly educated, scientific man who has been working on these projects that involve, unidentified debris and questionable stuff, and now is announcing live on an interview, and he talks about it on a YouTube interview as well. But he's saying that there's a whole bunch of people that are about to whistleblow and come out with significant information, which is going to turn everything upside down. So watch this space. And for me, that just finding that last night was a bloody charm, because it sort of embedded or solidified to me some of the vibe that I've been getting from all the stuff that I've been reading and looking at, because I'm doing it all the time for the Vault and stuff, and always keeping up apprised with things that are coming out and what's being said, and I follow people like Nick Pope, and Nick Pope's been talking a lot about it.
This is the guy.
So,
you want to know what he looks like? That's the chap.
Yeah. So brace yourself, people. There could be some really big news coming out. Now, for me, seeing as we're getting to the end of the stream, or close to the end, I'm happy to say that although I've brought this to the show and talked about this, and this is all, like, just sat here and just said this guy's, like, coming from a really scientific background, I just don't think that declassification is going to happen. Like, personally, myself, I think that you think about the impact that's going to happen now on the military and government if they come forward and say, do you know what? Sorry, guys, we lied to you all this time. We kept it covered up. We didn't tell you about it. We made people look like they were crazy and around the bend. But trust us now going forward, because we'll never lie to you again. Like, it's just not going to work.
No. They need to find something now and go, oh, this thing just happened and we didn't know before, but now we are sure that this is a thing. Do you know what I mean?
Do you see how it would land? It would be like, okay, so you're just now deciding to admit to us that you've been lying to us all of this time and keeping secrets and keeping it misinformed. But, it's like, how would you ever think to trust a government or a military ever again?
No. And also, I think if all this stuff was, possible, I'm not sure it'd be in their interests to make it known that they know these things, because, Russia's, relationships with Russia's not very good at the moment. Relationships with China's not very good at the moment. So if, why would America want to show its hand right now when it wants to keep its cards closest to its chest? Because, a few years ago, sort of 10 years ago, the world was a sort of more, pre-COVID, pre all these issues, the world was a more stable place. And it would have made more sense then. Now, things are definitely not stable. So it doesn't sound like it's the right time to want to release this sort of thing, if they have this sort of thing to release.
Yeah, but maybe it's got out of control now. Maybe, like there's significant people who... So I did, obviously, a feature on... Elizondo. So the guy that was part of the counterintelligence for the US that left that, he left his job role in the US counterintelligence because he got fed up with what he said was the level of disinformation or secrecy that was, unacceptable, or it wasn't fair to, people. So he kind of basically left, and then has been quite openly discussing about the work that he did and his beliefs and what he'd seen. And the weird thing is that these people, because this new law came in now with at this whole same time as the task force for the Pentagon was established, a new sort of, I don't know whether to call it law or just, a policy that no military person now can be penalized for talking about things that they see. So now you're getting a lot of, that counts for things like if a pilot was out in a craft tonight and saw something, they would be encouraged to talk about it when they come back. But it also includes anything that's happened in the past and what anybody wants to talk about. So it's almost kind of like open the gate to all these people to say, do you know what? You're not going to be kind of pursued or penalized or evicted from the country as a traitor to the country, or arrested if you talk about this top secret stuff that's related to UAPs, because we want people to talk about it. We're almost, saying it's okay. So I don't know whether it's just getting out of control and, there actually isn't an agenda to declassification or disclosure. It's just stumbling and happening. But ultimately, it may just go to prove that, these governments, these militaries all around the world, not just in the US, all around the world. I mean, even here in the UK, our government, our military would be accountable for involvement in things like the Rendlesham Forest incident and many more.
Yeah.
And it would have to, and they can't peddle this whole concept of, well, that was back then, and that was people in the past that did that to you, and we've got a different way of playing it, and we're being much more transparent, because that would be a lie. Because actually, even still to this very day, like I did a whole bunch of videos about Roswell last week, and as part of that, finding out that they're still, because as soon as the task force in the Pentagon was created, a lot of people then said, right, okay, well, release all the documents about Roswell then. Let us see, if you want to be open and transparent and you want to investigate this threat, then, and they're still keeping them hidden, or they're still saying that they're lost, or they're still saying that they're destroyed, and there's still no disinformation or information coming out on that. So, then it's still happening today. So you can't peddle that.
Government's always trying to control the narrative of situations, aren't they? They're always peddling lies. Maz is saying there, we're living in such an age of disinformation that, it's difficult to know what to believe. It's like she thinks she's living in the latter years of the X-Files. And it's messing with her head. But I was paraphrasing.
I didn't see that bit. I just saw it kiss. I thought latter of years kiss. Then Files messing with your head. X-Files messing with your head. Yeah, I mean, it's true. And, the thing is, you've got to cut through the excuse the language, but shit, you've got to cut through the shit, because there's so much activity around social media and people wanting to grab likes, hits, subscribers, that people will take advantage of pareidolia, people will take advantage of hoaxing, and they will just try and draw people in, and it's all, it just pollutes and pollutes the whole subject. But then if you cut through the shit, there's actually really good stuff out there that presents some really credible evidence that you need to consider and you need to look at.
So in the past week or two, we got more information from NASA. Because NASA's launched its own investigation into UAPs and UFOs. We got more information for NASA, who said their investigation is going full force. They're going full on. It's going to last a full 9 months. It's going to be led by a chap called David Spergel, who is an astrophysicist. He's a leader in this field. It will include somewhere around 15 to 17 scientists. So they've been doing some shouting about their investigation and how much priority they're putting on it.
Sign.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? But it's like it goes to that narrative.
Yeah, and again,
why is NASA now shouting about this?
Yeah, and also, if they want to shout about it, I mean, maybe this is what this project is meant to do, but, NASA's got a lot in its archives that needs explaining, that they've kind of, not fully explained or hidden. You know, even just a few years ago, is that woman, or I think we covered it on one show, that woman that worked for NASA and said that she had seen in the samples and the results that came back from, you remember we were talking about it from the original Mars mission, and she was saying that some of the results were polluted or hidden or removed, and there was no focus on the fact that one of them showed you know, some of the, you know, makeup for potential life, and yeah, so it was showing that there's a level of disinformation or hiding or manipulating what's revealed to the public, and that was NASA back in the 70s. So you know, they've got a long couple of decades. You know, there's so much NASA footage as well from like either the space station or stuff where weird things have been seen and not explained. Again, I covered one that came from the International Space Station, the ISS. So, you know, I think that's where they need to start if they want to be seen as doing this credibly. But I struggle to get my head around anybody doing an official declassification and just going, do you know what, hands up, we kind of just lied to you, or sorry, but, you know.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think anybody would trust anybody. I think that in itself would cause enough anarchy. People just going, I'm not going to believe in these people anymore. Because ultimately, they're meant to be there to represent our best interests, right?
Yeah.
You know, the military is supposed to protect us, and government are supposed to, you know, act on behalf of the people. And, you know, effectively what they'd say is they'd be manipulating us for, you know, almost 100 years or more. So yeah, all very interesting. But watch this space, right?
Yeah, and
what's making this subject so.
And lastly, it wouldn't be a Monte Zone without me giving a little update about James Webb Telescope, my pet project. No, well, my pet interest. One bit of news since our last Monte Zone that came out from the James Webb Telescope team is the analysis of another transit light event coming from the planet WASP 39b. So if I just quickly share the thing. So this is looking at the WASP 39b transiting its star, which is a sun-like star. This planet is about a quarter of the mass of Jupiter, so it is a gas giant, about the same mass as Saturn, but it's actually, the planet's a lot bigger than Jupiter because it's really close to its host star, like inside the orbit of Mercury. So it's really hot. It's like 400 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. It's really hot. But because of the planetary dynamics, it has carbon dioxide in its atmosphere. So this is the first time we've had an instrument actually pick up carbon dioxide molecules from an atmosphere of a planet in another solar system. So whilst this is a gas giant orbiting close to its star, it's a lot easier to see, but it proves that James Webb is capable of detecting carbon dioxide in exoplanets, and it's a world first. It's something we've never seen before. So yeah, we found carbon dioxide in another planet for the first time. So
nice.
My little
was it the Webb telescope that took that picture of the two moons moving around Jupiter that a lot of people are instantly saying they think it's fake just because it looks so good quality? Is that the Webb?
I haven't seen that. Hang on, let me just have a look. Jupiter moons. Is it this one? Here we go. I know this is real, but I don't know if this is the was it this?
No, it was a much better picture than that, actually. So maybe it wasn't real.
No, this is the James Webb view of Jupiter with its near infrared camera, which is interesting in many ways because we see the auroras highlighted in the north and south. We also see the ring of Jupiter. I'll have to go back. You can't really see the rings of Jupiter with the naked eye, but in the infrared, you can see the rings of Jupiter. There are several. There's an outer one and an inner one. So that's our view of Jupiter from the James Webb Telescope. So whatever you saw, if it didn't look like this, then I would say it was fake.
Well, if I come across it again, I will try and bring it to the next Monte zone.
I will say, though, also interestingly, we're going through a solar maximum at the moment. It's solar 7-year cycle. There was actually a massive solar storm today. So yesterday and this evening, there's a high chance of massive amounts of aurora, both borealis and australis. There's even been reports of seeing the northern lights on Dartmoor this week, and there's been some photographs of the northern lights on Dartmoor. Tonight, particularly, is a good possibility for it. So, yeah, at the moment, we're experiencing a lot of solar storms, and there's a lot of aurora going on. So, if you're out and about at night looking up at the sky for UAPs...
Cool, because I actually was planning to consider going out filming tomorrow night on Dartmoor. So
there you go.
I've got a new toy that I want to play around with. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So lastly, just before we log off, I just quickly wanted to say, and on this occasion, I'm not going to say to people that, it might mean that there's not a lot of uploads for me. A bit like the Bigfoot special, I'm going to be working on a slightly larger project coming up, which may mean that, the vaults and the story times aren't as frequent, but they'll still be coming because I think this is going to take a while to work on. But for those of you that don't know, I'm not embarrassed about it, but it's not something that I talk about and haven't really talked about a lot on this channel, if at all, I don't think. Not because I'm embarrassed, as I said, but because for two reasons, really. One, because I'm doing this kind of YouTubing now and this kind of content. I think sometimes if you then say that you've had an experience or you've seen something, it's a bit conflicting because it makes connection to you trying to drive your YouTube views up. So I never wanted to have that conflict of interest. And then secondly, the other reason is that for me as well, when I talk about this experience, I don't fully believe in it. I've got to do more investigating, or there's got to be more that's proven to me to 100% understand that it is a genuine experience. So to cut the long story short, about a year ago, I was interviewed by Ben on the 401 files about an experience that I had when I was younger. In that interview, I'm not going to even put a link in the description because I don't want to be seen as promoting it. But in that interview, I discussed about the fact that there's a piece of physical evidence that I need to look for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film a documentary which is all about my search for that piece of evidence and film the background work. And along the way, if it happens, I'll interview the people that are involved in me trying to find this piece of evidence. And it could be interesting and could finally put an end to all of my plaguing queries, or it could, positive or negative, whatever the outcome, I think it will be positive because it will just help me sort of move on from it. So, yeah. I'm going to be working on that. It's going to be called the search for my abduction or something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know this story from when you were like a teenager, so I know it wasn't just for this channel or for this. It's something you've always believed. I think it was when you were early teens.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I don't, as time has gone on, I've questioned, you know, I still, being an open-minded skeptic, I still have to be honest that there's no evidence that it can just have been a really significant dream. However, my whole experience does involve something that was physical in the real world and could not be denied if I found it. For a lot of people, it still wouldn't prove that my experience was real or genuine, but it would for me. And that's what I need to look for. So I just thought it'd be really interesting to film the documentary and go in to find these different people where I need to speak to people who possibly have access to archives and possibly do a little bit of searching and have a look. And yeah, so thought it might be fun.
Interesting. Yeah, really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and check out G-Star's latest video about Roswell important updates. It's a pretty good video. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish I could do like a whole thing, but there's so much involved with Roswell that, you know, just doing that, it just felt like a skimmed over version of it. But yeah, it's a mammoth beast. That's why I don't think we've ever really tackled it before. And we've never really talked about Roswell a lot, have we, on the show? Because you go down that rabbit hole and there's just so much to cover.
Maybe that's next month. Maybe we'll just make it a Roswell only episode. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
I'd definitely love to discuss it more because I'm very passionate about it. So,
who votes for Roswell in chat for the next Monte Zone? Should we just deep dive into Roswell?
What we could do is we could do Roswell versus Rendlesham.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
The R versus the R.
Yeah, the two R's.
So Roswell versus Rendlesham. Because I think there's still a lot of people, even in our audience and on our channel, wouldn't know the full details of Rendlesham. And that, again, is a bit of a mammoth beast, and you can go into a lot of detail with that.
Maybe one of us take Roswell and one of us take Rendlesham, and we'll argue the pros of each one.
You take Roswell, I'll take Rendlesham, because I've already covered some stuff on Roswell, so you can have Roswell.
All right.
That's it.
That's all we'll do.
September decided. September.
Yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah, well,
live on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we didn't even wait for you to say whether you thought it was a good idea or not. We just went ahead and did it anyway.
Yeah, we've decided. Sorry, chat. Sometimes we beat you to it. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that, G. We've even sorted out next month's live stream. Fantastic. That's what I call quick planning.
Productive show.
Yeah, productive. Yeah, very good. Right. Well, that's it for August. We hope you've had a fantastic summer, and we hope you enjoyed this live stream. I just want to say thank you to everyone who took part in chat, especially through the torturous quiz.
Torturous? It's now become torturous. I thought it was one of our favourite features.
It is one of our favourite features, but I personally find it torturous.
It's like Marmite, isn't it? You love it, you hate it.
I love it when I get it right. Yeah.
I hate it when you get it wrong.
I do. But thank you to birthday boy Mickey. Happy birthday. You don't look a day over 27. Thank you to Mazabik Bob, my Wednesday co-host. We hope to see you next Wednesday instead of G-Star.
And D-Bot.
Thank you to D-Bot, yes, sat next to you, joining in. Thank you to Kevin for being here always and supportive. Thank you to you, sir. Sorry, you going to say something, G?
I was going to say, and being well, him and Mickey, best commenters on the channel. So thank you for that. And keep it coming because I'm worried that the lack of comments lately.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, thank you to Smile a Rainbow, my ever-suffering wrench. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Yeah, so join us next month for a Roswell versus
Rendlesham.
Rendlesham, that was the one.
Yeah,
a Roswell versus Rendlesham debate. We will see you then. And if you want to join us about Star Trek next Wednesday, come and see us then as well. But cheers. Thank you all. Oh, Maz hands. Maz hands.
Yeah. Maz hands.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Have a good weekend.